Bursting at the seams with comedy. There's something for everyone with Gold on Demand.
This week, I'll be mostly eating unicorns. Ha ha ha.
Hello, and welcome to Jazz Club. Cool.
Can I say, Charlie, that I remember suggesting the...
Nice.
And you were against it, starting.
What happened
How are
a
you
lot...
going to get out of that?
What happened a lot on the Fast Show is
With your intellect.
you would start with an idea and you would say, this is the idea, we mustn't deviate from this. The idea for the Jazz Club was Louis would come on, give a long and convoluted description of what you're going to hear, and then everyone just plays a complete racket. And I thought, we'll just do that every week. But then on the first week, well, I suppose the director had worked out, well, no, to turn to this camera and do your aside. And it made everyone laugh. And they started writing more and more of them in. And I'm going, no.
Director,
no.
I suggested it.
Well, you and the director. And I'm going, no, that's not the joke. It's not that he's doing these funny asides. But of course, it takes on a life of its own. And you say, actually, no, why am I resisting this? And that happened a lot with the sketches, is that they would develop and come.
Yeah, we'd have a very
new.
concrete idea about how something went and realise, actually, hey, loosen up, guys.
Yeah.
Like Cliff
If
might
it's
say.
funny, go with it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Nice. Great. Knick, knack, no. Yes.
Paul comes in one day and says, Jazz Club, how about silent jazz?
Jazz is a constantly progressing, constantly evolving musical art form. Ragtime, Dixieland, swing, bebop, cool jazz, fusion, murder, third string, acid dinner jazz, and of course, acapelque. Shite.
I said, well, there's the famous John Cage piece of music, silent music, 4.5 minutes, where the orchestra sits there in complete silence. I said, how about...
But I felt slightly disappointed about that because I thought I'd come up with the idea of silent music, Well, I did. Because I didn't know about 4 minutes 33.
4 minutes 33, yes. So I said, wouldn't it be quite funny to do a jazz version of 4 minutes 33?
So, here's Ted Genus and Wet Blanket with John Cage's 4.5 minutes.
It's quite a popular sketch amongst musicians, that one.
So it should be. It's an absolute genius.
Release me, my darling, let me go.
The title, The Fast Show, was simply our working title of a sort of nickname to call it.
It's a rubbish title.
It's a rubbish title. We never intended to call it that. And as is the way of these things, it's a bit like trying to name a band. Yeah,
But I actually have something here, Charlie, and it's not a rip, don't worry. It's a list of names that apparently we had for the Fast Show. Life in the Gene Pool.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Suit You, Sir. Not bad. Owl Stretching Time.
Yes, well, which was what Monty Python wanted to call Monty Python, and they didn't.
So we thought it'd be
we'd
funny to nick that.
Yes.
Right. The Beatles. No, I'm joking. Sad, Mad and Cracked. I'm glad that
These are
never
terrible.
saw the light of day.
Those crazy English.
Those crazy English. The bloody crazy English. Closed circuit TV.
That was almost.
Pippi Snar.
Pippi Snar.
Lay back and think of England. Right. Man falls down hole. Mad Dog's an Englishman. Sminky Pinky Bang Bang. Late Britain goes bonkers, which was nice. Off our trolley. Her Majesty's Halfway House of Fun. I like that. Down your neck. Too late, we're all dead. Look out. Hold the bells.
There were quite a lot of characters in the original script we put together that didn't make it into the series. I'm going to go up to UEA where my archive is, and I'm going to dig out that original script and we'll see what was in it. Right, so this is the library at the University of East Anglia. It hasn't changed much. Over 40 years ago I first came here, and they've got my archive here at the bottom of the library. This came through as a fax, and fax paper does not last, from a Mr. Bob Mortimer from 1997. The conservators at the archive have preserved it for all time. This is the original script, which became the character of the annoying husband who goes to the shop to buy ordinary things but comes back with what he thought was even better than that.
That was a joke I was having with my own wife in my own home. And, you know, you always kind of think that your little jokes are incredibly funny, and they're usually not. So I sent it in to Charlie, and, of course, they were able to make something of it because they've got Mark Williams to do it. It was amazing.
Each week, Mark comes home to wife, who is sat at kitchen dining table.
Hello, dear. How's it going?
Oh, I think I'm on top of it. Now, did you get the eggs, the butter and the potatoes?
Even better than that. I got some biscuits shaped like radios, a map of Cairo, and an ice pick.
Kangaroo steaks. Gregorian chant CD. You see, this scrappily written thing on a fax made us laugh more than all of this stuff, because Bob is a funny guy and he's a funny writer, and no one else could have written this. This one's just written as a letter, but we actually picked one bit out of that and we did film it with Mark Williams. It's a guy, he's like a trainer, and he's trying to train a river, which we thought was quite a funny thing that Mark would do.
Come on! Come on, what's the matter with your flow? That's grand. Come on now, come on. Come on, come on past me now. Come on, under the bridge. That's great. Come on, next grand, look at the current on that. That's beautiful. Come on, don't swirl like that, you Eddie, you lazy. Come on!
Do you like cheese? Do you like peas? Well, you'll love these. Cheesy peas. A combination of cheese and peas to form cheesy peas.
Paul must have just mentioned cheesy peas one day and we thought it was a funny concept. And we originally just did the one act.
It's easy peasy with cheesy peas, please.
But it sort of grew from there, and we'd always try and think, well, what sort of new cheesy peas ideas can we come up with? And one of them was a cheesy peas scent.
Men have changed, and so have we. Something right different from cheesy peas. A dramatic new fragrance for Northern man.
We were parodying the sort of awful perfume adverts they used to do in the 90s, and they still do, in fact.
Bois de fromage.
Cheesy Peas was an open goal to do a Nigella parody.
It's gone midnight and all my posh, arty friends have gone home. But I'm still a tiny bit peckish, so I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
Nigella was at the peak of her fame and doing all that kind of, I'm not really cooking, it's really sex, but I'm pretending it's cooking, acting. And they came up with, of course, Cheesy Peas.
So, take some peas. Lovely. Grate on some cheese. Lovely. And then I add my secret ingredient. And this is what really makes it a 5-star snack. Chocolate. And I call it chocolate cheesy peas. Lovely. Who could resist that? Chocolate cheesy peas.
Hunt! Whisper it. Hunt cometh, cometh the hunt. Hummeth. Oh, no, don't hum it.
This week, I'll be mostly eating gluten-free vegans.
Right, so what have we got next? Aha. The cards, the famous cards. So when we were making the show, as we wrote a sketch that we liked and we thought we would film, we would put it on a card. This is the shagging couple.
Morning. Hello there. Just moving your new neighbours in. What are they like? Nice couple, newlyweds.
Nice to meet you.
There's Paul's character of Dave down the pub who can never make his mind up. That being on pink means, I think, that we would be filming that in front of an audience.
Yeah, all right, yeah, go on then, I'll have a pint.
Pint of what?
Carlsberg.
Carlsberg?
No, not Carlsberg,
No way, no. Guinness?
Yeah, I'll have a Guinness.
What about one of those new ciders?
Yeah. No. Short? Yeah, I'll have a short. No.
Dave, have whatever you want, mate.
I don't know what I want.
So what we've got here is a whole series. In fact, I don't think that is a whole series, that's a fraction of what it is, but that would show you the amount of material we've got to then to start organising it. So we've got Colin Hunt here, doesn't want to go next to shagging couple, I'm in that one, so we put that one there.
Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of Ealing, for Colin has arrived and is in Kentish mood. Oh, good morrow, fair wench.
Colin Hunt is a sort of version of me in that I've always liked doing crap jokes. I was going shopping one day and I started doing a stupid monologue of playing on words and repeating them and slightly changing them. And I thought, oh, this could be a really sort of irritating character.
Never shall the day come when the name of Hunt shall not sound within these four walls. Hunt! Whisper it. Hunt cometh, cometh the hunt, hummeth the... Oh, no, don't hum it.
And if you look at the first couple of sketches, they are me pretty much just turning up and doing a bit of a stupid monologue. But then we got a lot more interested in the whole idea of the office joker.
You're right there, Colin. There's a bit of a crush in here today.
It certainly is a bit of a crowded house. You would not believe the jam at the bar. I had to squeeze past everybody. I said, don't stand so close to me. do.
Well, Colin Hunt was a crude double entendre, but we thought, well, we can top that with Keith Uck yourself.
Yes, Mr. Uck yourself. Yes, I'll tell him.
Not Keith Uck yourself. What does that prat want?
He's popping in to have a word about the new letterheads.
Keith Up Yourself, Colin Hunt's nemesis. I'm laughing already. He's called Keith Up Yourself. It's already funny.
Oh, touche, Dory.
Aha! Morning, tiddly-awning. Oh, pardon me.
It's like Colin Hunt turned up to 11.
Pish, tush and fie, sir. Oh, ha-ha! Little urn. Figures. Listen to the children of the night.
I remember that day, and I was just literally given a bag of bits and left to my own devices and went into Robin Williams mode, kind of, and I just loved doing it.
Ah, grasshopper. How many fingers am I holding up?
It's very amusing, Keith, but I am rather busy.
This is a sketch by Brendan O'Casey.
Hello! Hello there!
He was just a guy who started sending things in, and he had such a weird take on the world.
I got cast as the bloke, which I sort of grabbed hold of, really. And he's one of those sort of strange people, isolated by his mentality, and I don't know, he's a nutcase, isn't he?
Yes, it's very thirsty work hiking up and down the highways and byways.
And you'll be needing directions then?
No, I'm fully equipped. I know exactly where I am. I've never had to ask for directions ever. I'm a fully experienced rambling hiker.
You sure about that then?
It was lovely writing. That's no guarantee. That kind of thing. And Paul playing the fully qualified rambling hiker. That was a pleasure to do.
That sketch rests entirely on what Paul Whitehouse is wearing. He looks like Where's Wally, sort of version of that. But it's also the pronunciation of the word owl and the repetition of owl as well. And why is he obsessed with that? Why is he trying to scare this man? There's so many more questions to be answered in that sketch than ever are answered.
Where would you be if you fell down a hole?
Well, yeah.
What about the fog? Stuck in a hole! In the fog! Stuck in a hole! In the fog! In the middle of the night! With an owl! A tree! Stuck in a hole in the middle of the night! Stuck down a hole with an owl! On your own! Behind the wall! You're the old wall! Stuck down a hole with an owl in the middle of the night! It could happen! Stuck down a hole on your own in the middle of the night! With an owl!
My favourite character is the astronaut.
What year is this? Who's the president?
I just love doing that. And I love anyone that says to me, I love that character, because not many do.
Where am I? What year is this? Who's the president? Ah!
It's like a bit of everything. Terminator, Planet of the Apes, all that kind of thing. Someone's crash-landed a spaceship but has no idea what year it is. But that's amazing. The Americans, their reference point to kind of guess, to work out where they are and what time in history is who's the president.
Yes. Things have changed in the last 20 years. My poor old mum, God bless her, she's no longer with us. She's gone to a better place. Marbella, bingo on the beach, paella, vino tinto, plastic gangsters, and the most popular food in the world today, calamari. Let's hear it for the calamari. Well, I'm having the calamari. Ray Winston, sexy beast, bet in play. Multiple markets, multiple platform. Harry Kane to score next with 2 broken legs, 2 to 7 on, sweet as a nut. He don't know what he's talking about, nor do we. When the fun stops, stop. Just like sadomasochistic sex. Cut me down, Mistress Brenda, for I've had enough.
Have you seen it? Hey, have you seen it? Hey? Where's me washboard then?
Arthur Atkinson was inspired by a whole sort of plethora of those old, music hall comedians, and Billy the Kid from Agony Wick, who's just a guy in our local pub. We genuinely thought, well, we can use the phrase "how queer" with Arthur because it's from 40 years ago, and it meant nothing like it means now, or even 20 years ago.
I've seen you wrapping presents when it's nobody's birthday.
It was a sort of attempt to poke fun at all comedians, including ourselves, when the mask slipped.
You better pull your socks up or you're going to be off this show.
I'm sorry, Arthur. My mind's on other things. My wife's in hospital having a baby.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Is it mine?
He was very sorry about missing the gag, and Arthur says, "Congratulations. Is it mine?" You see what a nasty piece of work he is.
They was all in on it. Tommy Pockets, what he didn't know about villainy, you could write on the back of a pack of crisps if you could write, which Tommy couldn't.
You mug, you muppet, you knocked your mug, you slag. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a bleeding laugh?
It's a Right Royal Cockney Barrel of Monkeys was one of the film parodies that we did. We steered clear of TV parodies because TV was more ephemeral than film, but we kind of thought, well, films, people keep rewatching them.
Mug. You slag, you mug. You slag, you mug. You slag, you mug. You slag.
Of course, it being the 90s, it was the heyday of the sort of Guy Ritchie, laddish a gangster type, British gangster type film.
You definitely wouldn't want to mess with the Cardinal.
I think my favourite bit in it is Simon's character,
He turned up my cousin's funeral wearing white jeans.
which I've always thought was a very funny line.
It's a right royal cockney barrel of monkey.
We did quite a few of film pastiches in series 1.
Yes, they were more sort of a traditional sketch show approach to do it. I think later on we worked out better ways of incorporating them, like where we were parodying sort of Godard and French film.
Arabella very good in that.
She's brilliant.
Yeah.
Est-ce que tu aimes mes genoux?
Tes genoux? Ouais. J'adore tes genoux.
Est-ce que tu aimes mes cuisses?
Ouais.
I think as we went on, we integrated doing film parodies more into how the rest of the show worked.
Yeah.
Quelqu'un prend de peau avec moi?
Hello there, Bob Fleming here. Now, I first appeared on the Fast Show way back in 1994.
What year is this? Who's the president?
Well, it's Donald Trump.
Donald Trump?
Bursting at the seams with comedy. There's something for everyone with Gold on Demand.